Hey, everybody, welcome into Live with Greg tonight. I'm so thrilled to be talking to Kinnawa Kaitibi tonight. He is doing some amazing things. Just recently graduated from UTC. He's starting his own production company in the midst of everything that's happening with the pandemic right now. So I'm going to go ahead and bring him into the broadcast tonight. So Kinnawa, he's on the radio and other places, the African Thunder. He's a DJ. You have many jobs. You're like Ryan Seacrest, my friend.
There you go. I love that. I love that. Thank you so much.
Multiple streams of income. First off, COVID-19, changed everything for us last year. So over the past year, what have you really learned about yourself?
Oh, I've learned that, as long as I can push myself to my limits, I can definitely achieve anything I put my mind to. COVID definitely was a time where I was able to sit down, refocus, re-strategize, and just, show the world what I can do. I didn't let it stop me and kept on going. I mean, I came out with a whole new business. So
I'm so proud of you. I remember I met you when you were a student at UTC. One of my favorite memories of you is when we had the Greeks, the Black Greeks from UTC come to the studio, and I remember you organized about 20 some people, had everybody in line. It was kind of like an army.
Oh
So
yeah.
you've always had this commanding presence. Did that come natural for you, or how did it come about?
Oh, thank you so much. I want to say I don't want to say it came naturally, but my whole family, I have a huge family, and everyone was always running around, and it was just kind of like I liked things when I wanted things done. I wanted to get it done, so it was kind of one of those things that forced me to step up and do that, and then I just kind of carried that over once I got into these different programs in high school and in UTC, and meeting some amazing professors that were able to mold I guess those leadership qualities to help me to get it together. And that was the perfect perfect example, because it took some time to get there.
When you talk about it taking some time to get there, a lot of young people, they feel like, oh, I'll do it next week or I'll do it later. Why was it so important for you to really hone in on those skills at such a young age, especially in college, when a lot of people are still having a lot of fun?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's extremely important, because while you're in college, that's the time where you really shape the person that you're going to become. Um, African Thunder Incorporated was something that I started in college. I became this persona, this media personality, doing online radio station. Being under the tutelage of Professor Nicole Brown, and being able to just learn from different professors like Vincent Ivan Phipps, being able to gain a grasp on those talents and figuring out what direction I'm going to use it in. African Thunder Incorporated, Thunder Studios, it took me all of 7 to 8 years just to get here. So honestly, it's extremely important to sit down and figure out what's the best way, or to direct your skill set.
So when you think about your title, the African Thunder, how in the world did you come up with that name?
Yeah, so I came up with the name in probably like, I want to say freshman year of high school, and I was just trying to figure out what's the best way to grab people's attention and at the same time pay homage to my culture. And I loved, it was like in the middle of like some thunderstorm or whatnot, and I was just like, what's a good name? What is a great name? And I was sitting down talking with some friends, and someone said African Thunder, and I was like, that is perfect. African Thunder. And honestly, since then, since high school, I've kind of rolled with the name, and I wasn't expecting it to actually turn into a business name though.
You're a DJ, you've done radio, you've done so many things, since college. Now you're opening your brand new Thunder Studios. Coming up this weekend is a big grand opening. So in a time of the pandemic when everybody is kind of like focused on staying in the house, doing their own thing, figuring things out about themselves, what made you say now is the time?
Well, I realized that aside from the fact that I really get antsy when I'm stuck in one place, but I also realized that this was the time that I just had to, just like I stated before, just had to refocus and re-strategize. I knew that I wanted to come out of the pandemic better than I was, coming in. It was something that made me sit down and think of what was the direction I wanted to go in. And honestly, once I sat down and thought, hey, Kinnawa, you can take your business to the next level. When I saw that there was a surge in, because of the coronavirus, there was so much surges in private get-togethers, private events. And then I realized, people need private, private DJs, private entertainers, bartenders and things like that. And then also digital media became a thing. It became a surge. And I was like, okay, I need to capitalize off this. So I learned to, really just capitalize off the moment and use my skills to its best, just the best way I can. And honestly, the business thrived. And once I saw that the business thrived, I was like, yeah, what's the next step? I need to make this next step while everyone, or not just everyone, but while most people are, taking this time to sit back and relax.
You have done some incredible things already working towards what is happening this weekend. When it comes to services that you're going to offer with the Thunder Studios, tell us about that.
So I'll be providing a variety of services, videography, photography, strategic marketing and communication, branding consultation, as well as bartending, DJing, hosting, just it's a whole list of things that I will also be doing. Also audio production for commercials and radio commercials. I'll be your one-stop shop for anything that you need entertainment and marketing wise. I've done things from as small as just small businesses just kind of coming in and they want to get my social media started, to working with large scale production companies such as or record labels such as 1501 with Erica Banks herself, and also Def Jam, even being able to work with them while I was in California last year. So it was just, I have a whole ton of services that I'm going to be offering to the people, as well as a private event space that people can have their own private and intimate events as well.
When you think about this journey to get to this point this weekend, what has this been like to get to, you're almost at the finish line for a grand
Yeah.
opening. What has this journey been like?
Oh, it's been eye-opening. It's been one of those things where, once again, I never thought that I would be in this position. I thought about it a few years ago. I said, hey, I want a studio, but I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. I wasn't sure how I was going to get the money to do it. Didn't even know where I could do it at. So to be blessed and get this opportunity was just an eye-opening thing for me to know, okay, hey, you can do anything you set your mind to, because it truly, honestly, in the wake of something that I thought was impossible, especially like I said, and I know we talk about the COVID-19 all the time, but it was almost like you thought there was not going to be a change. There was like going to be a stop to the world. But during this time, it was an opportunity that I was able to show myself that, hey, nothing can stop you. You can continue to push forward, and whatever you dream, if you think it, what I'm saying, you can do it, and you can attain those goals.
And I want people to know you're not just some 35, near 40-year-old. You're in your 20s
Yeah, I'm
and you're doing
27.
this in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah, absolutely. Just turned 27. And what's crazy is that I got the studio right before my birthday. So it's been one of those things that I'm just blessed to once again do this, especially at this age. And what's crazy is that, yeah, you bring up 30, 40, man, I think 27 is too old, honestly, for me, because I was like, man, I got to be at this position at 23, 21. But I understand, yeah, it takes time, and this time has been a long time coming.
For so many people watching this and they look at your journey, your drive, your discipline and dedication, for people who want something like this for themselves, whatever it is, a new business, a new venture, what advice, what are some of those Kinnawa nuggets you would give them to get them on that journey to where you are now?
Ooh, write it down. I used to all the time. I used to always have these ideas in my head, and even now I have to tell myself to write it down. I will always just have these great ideas just floating in my head. Sometimes I forget them. And I had to tell myself, okay, Kenwan, look, what you need to do is you need to write down your ideas. And then once you write down those ideas, you need to look at that idea every day and tell yourself, hey, are you going to achieve this day? Are you going to achieve this next week? What is the next step? Then write out my goals, write out my plans, and then also set a timeline for myself. Once you start doing that, anything, once again, anything you want to do, if you set your mind to it, write it down and come up with a plan, you can definitely do it. And that's the main thing I would definitely like to try to say to anybody who wants to, have their own production studio or have their own business thrive or flourish. They have to write it down and have a plan.
And the really cool thing that I love about what you're doing with Thunder Studios, as long as I've known you, you've always been a person about the people and helping so many other people. You're using this platform to bless and to inspire so many other people. How are you doing that?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm actually in a partnership with Suspire One, which Suspire is a mental health organization that is dedicated to providing tools and opportunities for people to receive mental clarity and emotional stability. So I've been working with them, and I'm going to utilize my skill set in order to push the agenda of mental health and how it's important. Then I'm also going to be having interns as well, internships with the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga State, as well as Dynamo Studios, which is another nonprofit organization which is dedicated to revitalizing the creative community within Chattanooga. So I'll be helping out with not only kids, not only people my age, but also younger professionals who are working to get themselves in those positions. So middle school, high school, college, they can receive college credit. They can receive, possibly even class credit. They'll also, depending on what schools, or what class they're participating in. But it's just an opportunity for people to receive hands-on experience working with professionals and also getting their names out there. So that way they can actually have that experience once they graduate to be competitive in these job fields. A lot of my interns, even in the past, have received marketing jobs. Taylor Bowman, is now one of the marketing coordinators at Signal Centers. I have shown that I'm invested in the community, and I'm trying to make sure that I also use my skills in order to reinvest within those kids who may have just been in the same position as I was.
Kinnawa, looking at the comments, and Professor Nicole Brown, she's in the comments. She says, "Congratulations, Kinnawa. I'm super proud of you. Fun memories in the classroom." When you think about everything Professor Brown poured into you in the classroom, and now you're opening your own venture here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, you're pouring back into other people. Why is it so important to you that you continue to pay it forward?
First of all, I want to say thank you so much, Professor. I still call her Professor Nicole Brown, but I love you so much. You are so amazing. It's so important because the thing is that if someone like Professor Brown, or even you yourself, Greg, you didn't even have to come into the studio that day to do the interview with us on the perch. The thing is that for if I'm not able to pay it forward, how can I really show appreciation for the people that paid it forward and helped me out? There could be someone who did not have the opportunities that I have, or, maybe it's my turn to be that person to put them in that position in order to help them be the next great thing. I just think that it's important to make sure we are pouring back into those who are not even just like us, just pouring back into other people who want to be in the same field as us. It's just it's one of those things that I feel like you have to do if you have a heart. I feel like it's one of those things that you have to do if you want to see other people succeed. And that's all what I want to do. I want to see other people succeed. I want to see other people bring their visions to life.
And I think that's a great point. And speaking of the internship, I want to go back to this for people watching. If they want to register or sign up to be an intern, how does that work?
So what you'll do is you'll email your headshot, full name, a mini bio about yourself, as well as contact information to Kinnawa at AfricanThunderInc.com and label the title, message, intern, and then your name. Or you can also go to AfricanThunderInc.com and, of course, check out more information as well. That information will be released on Saturday, actually, after I open up the studio. But feel free, shoot me an email, let me know, and I will definitely get back with you within 24 hours so that we can go ahead and get you started, get you ready, and get you prepared for the production field.
And on top of the interns, you also have a summer casting call. Tell me about this.
Oh yes. So this is perfect. So the summer casting call, there is so many things that are happening here at Thunder Studios and African Thunder Incorporated. The thing is that I have several projects that I'll be working on throughout the summer. And this past, actually a few months ago, I actually received the semifinalist in the Indie X International Film Festival in Los Angeles, California. So this was awesome. I had my first short film, Special Agent Thunder, The Fall, and that was part one of a three-part series. And I received semifinalists. I competed against people all over the world, and it was just so amazing to be humbled and to be even considered for this award. And the thing is that this upcoming summer, I'm looking to win. I'm looking to come back with a vengeance and just fix the mistakes that I made with the first film and make sure it just gets better and better each time. And I want you, those of you that are tuning in, if you're interested in being a part of the production team, if you're interested in being a part of on-screen talent, I want you to reach out to me and let me know. The same thing, email Kinnawa at AfricanThunderInc.com with your name, casting call, so that way we can go ahead and get you in position. And of course, let's work together and let's go ahead. We can get famous out here, just like you said, Ryan Seacrest. This could be the next Tyler Perry Studios. We can do it.
Exactly. You know what? Keep doing. And for people who don't know, this right here, this is a big deal.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And so I'm so proud of you and everything that you're doing. And as we move on, this evening, I should say, we got to talk about the grand opening. It's happening this Saturday, open to the public. Give us all the deets.
Oh, yeah. So the grand opening will be Saturday, May 29th. That's this Saturday during Memorial Day weekend, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Look, the ribbon cutting will take place at 11:45 a.m. So make sure you're there on time. There'll be food. There'll be a cash bar, of course, for those who are of age. Giveaways, live performances as well. I got people coming in from Ohio, Atlanta, Chattanooga performers, Memphis. It's going to be a great time. Of course, red carpet affair day party. So come on out. We're going to have a great time. And then also those of you who do not feel comfortable coming out, I understand that we're still, working on the vaccinations. You can tune in on YouTube. So you can go to youtube.com/AfricanThunderInc and you can watch the entire event live streamed online.
As we wrap up this evening, when you look at all of this, everything that you have manifested for yourself, did you ever see this when you graduated from UTC several years ago? Did you see this for yourself?
Truly and honestly, Greg, I didn't see this for myself, or at least to this capacity. I knew growing up, my name Kinnawa means big man, big in life. And my parents have always told me, hey, you're destined for great things. My family has always told me that. And I always wanted to make sure I lived up to that name. And even now, I feel like I'm still not at my peak. So the thing is that no, I had no idea, but I know that I got to keep going. So I try not to keep in my mind that, hey, this is this big thing. This is great. I always know that there's something even more that I have to push forward to. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And no, I never thought it, but I'm happy that I'm here.
When you think about your parents and what this really means for them, considering where they come from and raising you to be the young man that you are, what do you think this really means for them?
I think it means a lot. My parents have always told me that they, wanted to start a business. They wanted to, be financially free. And the thing is that my parents came over from Africa and, had to start their lives over, had to start their degrees over because the education didn't transfer, quote unquote, over here. So it's just kind of one of those things where they always had to work so hard to make sure that we had the best lives. And I feel like this is the opportunity and this is the time now for me to step forward and say, hey, this is the start of showing you all that, your hard work isn't going unnoticed. Your hard work is also being, appreciated. And at the same time, I'm going to do whatever I can and everything in my power in order to give back to them what they've given to me over these past years. So I think it means a lot to them. I'm excited to see them this weekend, and we're gonna have a great time.
It's gonna be a great time. By the way, congratulations Leadership Chattanooga graduate 2021 class. What did
Whew.
this mean for you, my friend?
Oh, it was amazing. Leadership Chattanooga was absolutely amazing. Shout out to Chattanooga Area Chamber. Austin is absolutely amazing, and the rest of the team as well. It's just it was great. I learned a lot from the class. I learned a lot from the sessions, and it just connected me to some amazing people. And I think it definitely put me in position to really impact more people than I feel like than I would have been able to impact now. So I'm so elated to be in this position, and I'm so happy that I was able to go through the program. And honestly, I urge anybody who is out there who is looking to be a leader in Chattanooga to go through Leadership Chattanooga. The applications are still live, so be sure to check out the Chattanooga Area Chamber as well.
Kinnawa, I really appreciate you talking to us tonight. One final question for you. For anybody out there who's at a place in their life where they feel like, you know what, I want to give up. I want to quit. I can't do it. It's too hard. What would you say to them?
Oh,
Your 27-year-old self.
Oh, yeah. I would say, truly and honestly, look outside the last time it rained. After it rained, did it not get sunny? At the end of the day, you got to go through rain to get to sunshine. And every time you feel like you want to quit, it's just a feeling. It's a temporary feeling. I've always told myself with this one quote, and I developed this while I was in college: pain is temporary, fear is inadequate, and failure is unacceptable. And that's a quote that I live by to this day. And 7 years later, I've still been saying it, still been quoting it. And I just want to say, look, if you ever feel like quitting, you're just going to feel like that just for today. But I guarantee you'll feel better tomorrow when you realize that you didn't. And you value and appreciate the fact that you didn't.
Sounds good, Kinnawa. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. Here it is on the screen. Grand opening of Thunder Studios is going to be this Saturday here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. It's going to be 11 a.m. until 3 p.m. The grand opening is happening this weekend, 1463 Market Street, Suite 105. Again, there's going to be food, cash bar, giveaways, live performances, live streaming available, YouTube. There's information on your screen there. Also, a red carpet affair day party. It's going to be a lot of fun. Go to the website. Go to social media pages. By the way, Kinnawa, where can we find you on social media so we can get some folks to like your page as well?
Oh, it's Kinnawa. So that's at OHITSKINNAWA at it's Kinnawa. It's the same on all social media platforms. I guarantee I'm the only Kinnawa that will pop up. So go on there, follow me, like my stuff. And of course, I also want, real quick before I go, I want to also give a big shout out to Miss Sharita and Mike at Blue Orleans. They have been instrumental in helping me get things started with my studio and, of course, the grand opening. So big shout out to Blue Orleans Seafood Restaurant. They have been amazing. So thank you so much, Greg. You've been awesome for allowing me this opportunity.
Most definitely. I love Sharita and Mike. Great folks over at Blue Orleans. Check them out downtown Chattanooga on Market Street. They have some great food. Trust me. So again, Kinnawa, I really appreciate it. And I just go to the event. Like he said, it starts at 11. It's going to start on time, as he said. Don't be late. He learned that in college. We're not going to say which professor taught him not staying on time.
Right. Hey, you already know.
She's always about being on time, Professor Nicole Brown. Again, Kinnawa, I appreciate it. Don't go anywhere, my friend. Again, check out the event. Kinnawa is doing some amazing things. Look him up on social media. I am so proud of this young man. He is one to watch because you know what? He's going to be the next millionaire coming out of Chattanooga from UTC in the next few years. I'm so proud of him. Look him up, like his social media pages. I'm going to tag him on this video here. Have a good night, everybody. Take care.